McKinney, Texas, and 5 again on the shot clock for Davidson. This is McKillop. They won't get a shot off again. That's 2 possessions in a row without a shot. And Gonzaga feeling it right now. They lead it by 6 in Seattle. We'll be right back. Time for a flashback. December 13, 2003. Rony Turioff scored 21 of his 23 points after halftime. Blake Stepp added 14 and 10 assists. Number 17, Gonzaga's dramatic 87-80 overtime victory over number 3, Missouri. And that was the inaugural Comcast battle in Seattle. I told you they have played some dandies here in this arena over the years. Number 7, Craig. We're getting old.
Yeah, it just keeps going. Time doesn't stop. I wished it would stop, but it doesn't.
And there you see what Gonzaga's done. They're 3-3, this being the 7th game of this tournament.
Yeah, that Missouri started out with a bang. I tell you, that was, I think people really expected the rest of the games to be like that. And, of course, Nevada came in here and snuck up on Gonzaga and beat them. And then there's been some good.
Good. They had Nick Fazekas, the best player in the history of that league.
Yep.
And as Harris. Oh, his 3rd make from behind the arc. Now 3 of 11.
And how about this, Greg? Look at the hot shooting. The only shot Gonzaga's missed has been what? Kelly Olynyk's little baby hook in the lane.
And free throws coming as Nick Cochran got inside and drew the foul on Manny Ropp, number 1.
Gonzaga is 10 of 11 from the field. 1 of 1 now from three-point land. And
10 of 11. The good news for Davidson, you're only down 9.
That's pretty good when a team shoots like that. I mean, you'd be happy to be down anything below 10.
Now, if Gonzaga continues that for the next 11 minutes of this first half, it'll be different at half.
It'll stretch it out, yeah.
You're still there.
Yep.
As Cochran hits the first free throw. This is a freshman out of Vancouver, British Columbia. A lot of players out of Vancouver on this floor. Manny Ropp's a Canadian. Kelly Olynyk, Old Kong. You just saw Nick Cochran. Here's Sacre deep. And he draws the foul. This will be on Dan Nelms, number 35.
As a coach, I would have been furious at Grant Gibbs for making that pass from where he made it. But the way he made it, totally threw the defense off. Didn't think that he was going to pass it from there. Bounced that pass from all the way from the top of the key all the way down to the bottom of the back.
That is 17 fouls now on Davidson. Sacre at about 12 points and 8 rebounds. 8 or 6 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I think he
started out right up around 16, 17
he was
points.
Incredible. Everything he did was just gold. I mean, it was just amazing what he was doing in the competition he was doing it against. And then he kind of flattened out, but you know what? He's still young, so you're going to have those peaks and valleys with him. Those ebbs and flows of the game will come and go with him.
Here's Cochran. Archambault has been easy posting up for Davidson. Archambault to Allison. Nice play.
Good little slip. Elias was watching the ball instead of his man, and his man slipped right to the basket.
Turnover Gonzaga. Villarino got caught in the air, hoping for the foul, but it's Davidson basketball with 10-12 to play in the first half.
Now you want your point guard never to make that mistake. If you leave the ground, you got to teach him, stay on the ground, keep your dribble alive, back out of there, you know, like a Steve Nash does so well, or find someone with a pass when your feet are on the ground.
And the skip pass to Cochran, and he bangs in the 3. And just like that, it's a 3-point game.
How about Nick Cochran? Last 3 possessions, 2 free throws.
Sacre! Over the double team.
Well, he's just so darn strong. I mean, it's hard if that's something that he's got to work on a lot, is when the double team does come, make your move quick. Here, see, he's already made the move. Defense too slow to get over there. And once he gets that deep, he's got you at his will.
And you could see Bob McKillop in the background of that shot, the head coach of Davidson, really unhappy. I think the defense was a little late getting there on that double team.
Well, and I think if they've done any scouting on Robert, then the success of teams like Washington State that double teamed him on the pass and took the ball out of his hands, Robert had trouble with that kind of stuff, so I think he's going to see a lot of that. He's going to see a lot of double teams coming on the pass, and that's why if he does catch it, make your move quickly before the defense gets over there.
McKillop, deep three.
Oh!
His second of the game. And it's a three-point game in Seattle. And now a foul inside. And this is called on Frank Benizzi. This is number 2 on Benizzi.
Look at that. That's NBA range by McKillop.
Certainly was. Averaging 6 points a game. He's a 36% shooter from 3. He's got 2 this half.
And sometimes when you're undersized like him, I mean, he's a smaller point guard. You got to use that space to get yourself shots, and that's exactly what he did.
And we've got a timeout with 9:19 to play first half. Gonzaga with a 3-point lead on Davidson at 28-25. And we'll stay right here.
No quit. Right there at Davidson, too. I tell you, the benefit of that, too, if you work at the university, your kids get to go to the university for free, right?
Right.
So.
Hey, Craig, Gonzaga 11 of 12. They're shooting 92%.
Yeah, but they're horrible at the free throw line again.
But they're only up by 3. When's the last time you saw 10 minutes of basketball played, a team shoot 92% and you lead by that?
Well,
no call inside?
Yep.
Oh, and a foul on Sacre. That's his second. And, of course, the crowd not liking it in here, and they just got another look at it. Well, it was a late call by the officials. I thought they were going to go no call for a minute.
You know what happens is I think the official watches the play more than when he watched Robert's feet being stuck on the floor. And he sees that Cochran is going away from Robert even though there's contact. And I think he thinks that Cochran's avoiding the contact. But watch, Robert's got his feet set. Even though there's contact, they got to call that. See, that angle's not good because it looks like Cochran runs straight into Sacre. But the other one is sort of kind of going away. And I think the official gives the offensive player the benefit there.
So Sacre on the bench with his 9 points and 2 personal fouls. And just like that, we've got a 1-point game. This is Manny Ropp. Baseline may have been deflected. Rebound by Cohen. And back come the Wildcats.
Well, the one thing that we told you in the pregame is that they played the Davidson way. That was a good possession. They stopped the shot on one end, and then they run the floor with a post coming down the middle and 2 wings, and had great spacing.
10 on the shot clock. Harris with some defense. And now McKillop. Free ball is third of this half. And Davidson with a 2-point lead. Olynyk can't make the catch. That's a turnover. An ill-advised pass.
Not a good choice by Meach. He's a point guard. He's got to make a better decision than to throw the ball to Kelly Olynyk, who has his back turned and a defender in front of him.
Plus, you got to understand, momentum just changing the game. It's Davidson's first lead. You got to protect that possession.
And you come down and you get your team into something. If the break's not there, back them out, set them up into something. I totally agree with you on that.
8:08 to play first half. Davidson with that 3 ball. Their first lead of the game at 30-28. And they're on an 8-0 run. And it's the first time they've led since it was 2-1.
Well, they just kept hanging around. They kept playing hard. And I think when you play hard and don't let Gonzaga get away from you the way they're shooting the basketball, you're always in the ballgame.
And Harris will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Jake Cohen. We'll be right back from Seattle. And welcome back to Seattle's Key Arena. Greg Heister, Craig Elo, and Nicole Zalumis were courtside for Gonzaga and Davidson. And the foul starting to mount for Gonzaga, Craig. Robert Sacre and Stephen Gray both on the bench now with 2 personal fouls, which is exacerbated by the fact that Matt Bolden is not playing in this game because of an injury. That's a lot of offense and a lot of, 3 starters. Stephen Gray's back in the game now, but he's missed substantial time.
There was a lot of minutes that he was out with those fouls, and I tell you what, the Achilles Hills again is to get Zags at the free throw line. With that one, they are now 5 of 11. Missed opportunities at the line is it's hurting them.
And he missed another. That's off of Gibbs. It'll go to Davidson. And Davidson also with 4 players with 2 personal fouls. And we've got a 2-point game.